Hey, welcome back to the list of what I've watched this month. If you're new, I'm just going to go over the various films that I've watched for the first time this month and give my 2 cents on them. So without further ado, here's what I watched in February. I started with You People and didn't like it that much, which I think is somewhat regrettable because I really enjoyed the first 20 or 30 minutes of the film, which I thought were hilarious. Then the parents meet each other and things go from a fun romantic comedy to a crappy and predictable dramedy. There came a point in the movie when I could tell when the characters would say something about how black people go through hard things or something like that. A lot of interactions between characters of opposite races were basically just insert well-meaning comment here. Is it because I'm black? Almost every character is either an idiot or is really annoying, and everyone tries to make it about themselves. Take the scene where the parents argue about whether or not the Holocaust was worse than slavery as a case in point. By the halfway mark, the thing felt like a slog to get through, and I personally think you could go without watching it. After that, I watched The Terminator, and I was somewhat underwhelmed. I didn't hate it by any means, I still think it's a good film, but it just wasn't as good as I thought it would be. I guess I was just expecting more from it. I thought the action sequences were good, and the practical effects looked nice, even though they're dated, and the whole thing itself is solid but simple. Overall, I think it's a good movie, but I expected more out of it. Up next was Spirited Away, and I loved it. This is the first Ghibli movie I've seen, and if the others are anything like it, it won't be the last. I see why so many people love it. The world building is very well done, with details in the backgrounds of scenes that expand on the mysterious world that it's set in. Everything from character designs to the dialogue to the animation itself is really whimsical and charming. And despite the fact that I've never seen it before, Spirited Away felt strangely nostalgic, and I really liked it. Then I watched The Irishman, and it made me kind of sad. The story is good, the acting is good, all that's fine. But something about this film got me thinking about how old all these great actors are getting, and that there will come a time when they won't be in any more movies. It's still a very well-made film, and I recommend it. The existential stuff got to me. I watched Alice Darling and liked it, but I think it could have been more than it is. It only has a runtime of 90 minutes, and I don't think that's enough time to explore the subject matter that the film deals with. If it were longer, I think we could be able to learn more about the characters and connect with them more, but I guess an hour and a half suffices. I think that they could have used some more time to focus on the main plot instead of the stuff with the missing girl, and I think it's a little sterile. However, I did enjoy the film and thought it was a decent thriller. After Alice Darling, I watched The Italian Job, and from what I can recall, it was a fun heist movie. I don't really remember a lot of it, but I thought I should put it on the list anyway. I closed the month with The Founder, and I think it's a solid movie. I don't have a lot to say about it other than that when I watched it, I thought it was really ironic how they were portraying McDonald's as a really wholesome place that's supposed to be a community. And I didn't really know why they were doing it. But then as Ray started to take over the company, I was like, oh, I get it now. It was interesting to see how the idea of McDonald's had morphed from its original concept to what it is today. Again, I think it was a good movie. So, there's what I watched this month. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions for movies I should watch, I'd love to know what they are in the comments. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.